Well, Mr. Earl, what have you to say?
Well, I don't think it's my business to say anything.
You know as well as any man living that I was told I would get the exchequer.
Not in my hearing. Anyway, you weren't promised.
I was as near promised as if it had been on a cheque. But the cheque has proved worthless, Mr. Earl.
Well, then I suggest you take it back to the Prime Minister.
I have. He was very cool, Mr. Earl, very cool. He simply remarked that he hadn't actually signed.
Well, that's about it, isn't it?
Is it? I'm not going to stand for this sort of treatment, Mr. Earl. And there's a great deal more behind it all than I've been told.
Well, that's more than I know.
Is it? Come, sir, I will not be made a fool of.
The trouble, sir, as I understand it, is that you made a fool of yourself.
So it's that Duchess at her tricks, is it? By God, I'll smash her. And that mealy, stuck-up husband of hers, and her favourite Irishman.
Now, steady, Bonteen, steady. After all, you've still got the Board of Trade.
Trade? I suppose you think that's all I'm fit for. Well, I ain't finished yet, Mr. Earl, and nobody need think it.
Mr. Speaker, sir, as the honourable gentleman has just pointed out, disestablishment of the Church of England must come one day, but not today.
Why not?
Why not today? Because the measure now before us is proposed by men who do not believe in it, and who are using it simply to create dissension in the ranks of the government and its supporters. I will not withdraw. This measure, drafted and put forward by Conservatives in opposition, is merely a mockery. It doesn't stand the slightest examination. To begin with, it does not, properly speaking, disestablish anything. It merely serves to loosen the bond between church and state in such a way as to promote inefficiency and confusion in both, and to set at risk the temporal interests and the spiritual performance of an old and honourable church. For such I declare it to be, although it be not my own. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, let us proceed to specific examples of the intellectual dishonesty, the moral indelicacy, the political effrontery, or, in one word, the sheer fraudulence with which this measure has been concocted.
Good evening, my dear Lady Eustace.
We waited up, my dear, to hear the result of the debate.
Well, the government won quite easily, I'm happy to say.
Did you make a speech, Mr. Bonteen?
A short one. A lot of our time was hogged by that Irishman, Finn.
I hope he made a fool of himself.
Well, to be fair, no. He spoke very competently.
I thought there were doubts about his loyalty.
So there were. But in the event, he put our case for us very well. Not that it'll do him any good. I still don't trust the man. And as long as I have any say in the matter, there'll be no promotion for Finn. And now, Lady Eustace, I'm free for a few days to undertake this mission to Prague.
How very gracious of you, Mr. Bonteen.
Always a pleasure to serve you, my lady.
Are you sure, my dear, that you ought to go with things as they are just now?
They can just do without me for a while and see how they get on, eh? I shall leave for Prague by the boat train tomorrow evening.
There is the full text of Mr. Finn's speech. They're all very pleased with him.
So what are they going to do for him?
Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, what with this Kennedy shooting match and Lady Laura back in London?
Yes, I was telling him about that. He has become angry, and part of his anger has turned against you.
Oh, but why? I did my best for him, Marie. I couldn't help it if my scheme failed.
No, indeed. You have put down Mr. Bonteen. You have also done down Phineas Finn.
Yes, and with Leg Wilson as Chancellor, Planty says they're going to need Mr. Bonteen where he is more than ever.
Isn't Mr. Bonteen abroad?
Yes, he went on behalf of Lizzie Eustace. Apparently her new husband's already married to some woman in Prague.
Ah, yes, there was always talk of that.
Yes, and he's gone to find her out.
Got an undertaking?
Well, I dare say Lizzie's paying him well. In cash and kisses, according to Dolly Longstaff. Well, I must rush away now, my dear. The boys are off back to Eton tomorrow, and I've got to take them shopping. They seem to need everything from pantaloons to patty to foie gras. Oh, do join us for afternoon tea at 4:30, if you can bear it.
Oh.
Oh, and I think I should tell you, Duke, that when Bonteen returns to London, we shall have even more difficulties with him than we already anticipate.
We gave in to him over Phineas Finn.
Yes, but that's not enough to calm him down. What he is going to say, indeed what he has already said, is that he has been deceived and shamefully treated by a group of high-handed aristocrats who disgrace the Liberal Party.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
But he has his supporters, both inside the House and out of it. That journalist fellow, Quintus Slide, is taking his part very strongly in the People's Banner.
Well, however all that may be, I think Bonteen may well indeed have one very genuine grievance on his return. That's of an entirely different character.
Oh, Duke?
Well, you're aware, I know. Our industrial exports, they've been declining for some time now.
Oh, yes, indeed, indeed. Competition from both Europe and America.
Well, Bonteen at the Board of Trade, he's been making very competent efforts to put this right, with considerable success. But our new Chancellor, Legg Wilson, he's about to introduce a new import levy on all foreign goods. Of course, our competitors have responded in the usual way. They put an even larger levy on our own. Bonteen's away. He probably doesn't know about this yet.
Oh, yes, but he's expected back quite soon.
Yeah, and then he'll find out fast enough.
And we'll have another very solid complaint for the People's Banner to exploit on his behalf.
Jolly agreeable ride, I thought.
I still think it's more agreeable when we go out in the morning.
It's agreeable with you at any time.
And with you. So, at least we're agreed on that, Mr. Maule. Mr. Maule?
Yes, Miss Palliser.
Do you believe that when two people are agreed to find each other agreeable, they should begin to confide in each other?
I'd say they want to be a bit careful about that.
Oh? Why?
When people start confiding, there's no knowing when they'll stop.
That's what's so exciting.
Worrying, I'd call it. Now, take a fella like me.
Yes, take a fella like you.
Well, I managed to scrape along, more or less, to have pretty well what I want. If once I started confiding, as you call it, I might suddenly find I'd a deal more than I want, and a deal more than I can pay for.
That sounds selfish and spiritless.
Not selfish, Miss Palliser. I'm thinking of my horses. If I were to do something imprudent, you know, like making up to a gal, however agreeable, they might find themselves out of a home because when she moved in, there wouldn't be money for both. Now, I know, Miss Palliser, that you wouldn't want the poor, innocent horses to suffer.
You're laughing at me, Mr. Maule.
No, just talking common sense.
Then you have a small mind.
Well, small means that I do know. And now I'd best be off. Ah, good afternoon, Duchess.
Ah, Mr. Maule, I hope that you and Adelaide had a pleasant ride.
Charming, Duchess, and I'll look forward to the next Tuesday, you said.
Tuesday morning at 8.
8? Well, all right. Good afternoon again, Duchess, and you, Miss Palliser.
Well, for one of the Maule family to get up before noon, it's quite a compliment. Tell me, my dear, how do you find him?
Slippery.
Slippery?
I can't get hold of him.
Yes, well, perhaps that's just as well. You see, they're not altogether a sound proposition, these Maules. His sister ran away with a penniless ensign. His brother is no longer spoken of, and his father is indeed spoken of, but entirely for evil. And as for Maule Abbey, it's got grass growing out of the floor, but I dare say the horses will enjoy that.
Yes. But will I?
Ah, now that's exactly what I was coming to. Now, you take Lord Fawn. Well, you could get hold of him. He ain't slippery. And then, well, then you'd be married and everyone would respect you.
I mean, everyone shall respect me, whatever I do.
Yes, of course you do. Of course. Ah, tea. The boys and I have been shopping, Adelaide.
And it's made us very hungry.
Yes, Williams, wait until your father gets here. Hurry up, Planty, the boys are hungry.
Hi, Joe. Chef, cousin Adelaide.
And Marie, you come sit over here by me.
Rich?
Oh, Such an afternoon. We've had shopping in Bond Street, getting things for the boys to take back to school. Silverbridge needed some new breeches for something called the meadow game.
The field game,
Ah, yes.
There's a big match in a fortnight, and Silver will be playing. You'll come, Mamma, won't you? It ain't far to Windsor.
And you'll come too, Madam Gerstler?
And you too, Adelaide.
Cousin Adelaide to you, sir.
Anyway, you'll come.
Yes.
Oh, does nobody invite me?
Of course we do, sir. But we thought you'd be too busy.
You always are, you know.
Oh, better perhaps the Silverbridge too are more busy. Well, this field game, these breeches, that's all very well. But his mid-half report don't speak too well of his studies. And nor of yours, Gerald. You kindly pay me some attention, sir.
Oh, well, Cousin Plantagenet, all work and no
No,
play.
I'm merely advocating some work, Miss Palliser.
Plenty, let us not talk of it just
Well, it's
now.
got to be talked about sometime. Now, the boys have not been near me all the time they've been at home.
Perhaps they realized you were a little preoccupied, Duke.
You're always locked away in your study, you know.
You don't need to knock. The door's always open.
But we did knock the day we came home. And you said we must go away. You had someone important coming.
I had. And you should have come again, later.
You weren't very encouraging the first time.
Now, what do you mean by that, Silverbridge? Are you implying that I was discourteous?
Well, you were very short, sir.
You're accusing me of discourtesy, sir, and you will now apologize.
I'm not accusing you of anything, sir.
Don't contradict your father, sir. You apologize as you are bidden.
I tell you, I've done nothing to apologize for.
Silverbridge, you come back here at once.
I'll not stay here and be bullied, not even by you.
You'll come back here, sir, this minute.
Silverbridge, you will oblige me by coming back here at once and saying you're sorry to your father.
Since you asked me, Mother. I apologize to everyone in this room. To you, Mother, to you, Madam Gerstler, and to you, Cousin Adelaide, to you, Father, and to you too, Gerald, for making such an unpleasant scene.
Very nicely spoken.
And what else have you got to say, sir?
I don't think, sir, that I have anything else to say.
Well, is there not one other special apology due?
To whom, sir?
To me, sir.
I'm very sorry, sir, that I lost my temper and spoke back to you.
And lastly, I too must apologize. I've been unkind, and possibly unjust. I admit, I have been very busy these past days, and very difficult to come at. But I shall make a point of not being busy on the day of Silverbridge's match.
Goodbye, Silverbridge. Oh, well, goodbye.
Goodbye, Mother.
Heavens above. Well, I shall see you at the field game, the meadow game. Well, anyway, I shall see you at the match. Hmm?
Goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
A fiver, and I had another yesterday from Madam Gerstler. How much did you get?
3 sods from Mother and 2 from Madam Gerstler. But of course, that's because I'm only a younger son. Did you get anything from the governor?
No, he wouldn't think of it. He leaves all that up to Mother.
He was horrid at tea yesterday, but he ended up by being rather a brick.
I suppose so, but I don't think he's forgiven me.
But he behaved quite handsome, Silver, saying he was sorry and that he'd come to the match.
That's only because we were going away.
Handsome, all the same. He made it all right, don't you think?
He made it all right. Until the next time.
My dear. Lady Eustace?
And what news do you bring for dear Lady Eustace from Prague?
Well, I would have more, had not Amelius been there before me.
Mr. Amelius is in Prague. Pray God he stays there.
No such luck. He's back in London now, or so the lawyers say.
Well, you have been to see the lawyers already?
Yes, I went straight to the lawyers from the boat train. They say that Amelius is back now in that lodging house near the fleet. But he has been in Prague, and he's done his best to muddy the waters there.
What did you find out, my dear?
Thank you. Well, a Jew called Joseph Amelius. Now, that's their equivalent of Amelius. A man answering to Amelius's description married a woman in a synagogue in a small town near Prague about 15 years ago. He brought her to live in Prague at an address near the old ghetto and left her there about 8 years back.
Did you see her?
No. She'd moved weeks ago. Doubtless Amelius himself had hidden her away somewhere when he was over there. Where she is now, heaven knows.
But surely, the fact that the wedding is recorded and that this woman was alive when Mr. Amelius married Lady Eustace, surely that will be enough to prove the villain guilty of bigamy.
It's not as simple as that, my dear. We have to prove that our Joseph Amelius is identical with their Joseph Amelius. Now, Amelius is a very common name in that country, and every other Jew is called Joseph.
But you say that the descriptions tally?
It's still not enough, Lady Eustace. In order to prove bigamy, we have to find this woman and then confront her with Amelius, and that's quite an undertaking. However, as a result of what I told them, the lawyers are sending a trained man of their own to try and find this woman. And I am confident the truth will out in the end. You do not lack for friends, Lady Eustace.
Indeed not.
However, I'm afraid the whole thing is going to cost you rather heavy from first to last.
Not as heavy as Amelius would cost me.
I've made out a little account of my expenses, and now, if you'll excuse me, I'm sure there's a whole pile of correspondence for me in the study.
Poor man. He is so conscientious. Despite the way they've treated him, he works hard enough to kill himself. He must be very impressed with you, my dear, to have gone all that way to Prague with things as they are for him just now.
Oh, I'm so grateful to Mr. Bonteen. He's been like a true knight to me, and I know that he will have his reward. How I wish I could do something to repay him.
But you can, my dear, indirectly. It is very important just now that he should not be bothered with petty domestic troubles.
Oh, well, of course he mustn't be, the dear good man.
Now, it happens that I have 1 or 2 unexpected charges to meet, uniforms for the servants and so on, and rather than bother Mr. Bonteen for the money, I was wondering if perhaps you, dear Lady Eustace, could possibly see your way to...
To paying this money to you instead of to your husband?
Oh, no, my dear. You must pay that to him. It was money he spent for you, you understand. But if, as well as doing that, you could see your way to lending me £50, only for a week or 2, of course, it would make matters in this household so very much easier.
Well, I'm afraid that by the time I have paid this, I really shall be rather short.
I do understand, my dear. Only I am so afraid that if I have to bother Mr. Bonteen for £50 instead of borrowing it from you, his poor mind might begin to break down altogether, and he would no longer be so clear as we both might wish about all those things he discovered in Prague.
Mrs. Bonteen, dear, how very thoughtless I was being. Of course we mustn't worry Mr. Bonteen any further. £25 now and 25 at the end of the week.
Dear Lady Eustace, that will serve most admirably.
I'm off now, my dear. Board of Trade, see how things are going there.
A little luncheon first.
No, I've no time. I must find out what the new Duke of Omnium and his lackeys have been up to while I was away. Doubtless the Duchess and her clique have been busy advancing the cause of that infernal Irish coal heaver. Oh, what is it, Hollins?
Excuse me, sir and madam, but it's a clerical gentleman, and Mr. Amelius, he says, and he's come to see his wife.
Oh,
Leave
no.
this to me. Wait in the study, both of you.
Oh,
It's
Mrs.
all right.
Bonteen.
It's all right. Now, there's
Oh,
nothing to be afraid
Oh,
of.
my goodness.
Yes, all right.
Mr.
Just keep
Bonteen,
quiet. I'll let
take
you
care.
know when he's...
Leave it to Mr. Bonteen, dear.
Go! Show him, Mr. Amelius.
The Reverend Mr. Amelius.
Where is she? I desire to see my wife.
And she, sir, does not desire to see you.
Oh? Ashamed, is she? But of course, she has put about scurrilous tales about me. That I've sinned against her with other women.
If you mean, sir, that she accuses you of bigamy, you are quite right.
She has no proof. See here, Mr. Bonteen. If she will just allow... she would just allow me the rents from the Scottish estate, I'll go off quietly and trouble you no more.
You shall go off quietly, sir, and you shall have nothing. And before long, you shall be punished as you deserve.
Punished, sir?
I've been to Prague, sir. Despite your attempts to hide the woman away, I know that you have a wife there somewhere, and it will not be many days before we have the final evidence.
And where and how will you find such evidence?
That is my business, Mr. Amelius.
Lies! False. Devilish lies. I demand to see my wife.
Then go to Prague, sir, and seek her where you left her.
Lord Fawn. Ah, Miss Palliser. Her Grace said that I should find you here.
Then I'm much obliged to Her Grace for telling you.
Miss Palliser, it cannot have escaped your notice during these past weeks that I have become increasingly appreciative of your presence.
I can't say I have noticed.
Well, such is the case. Indeed, today, as you see, I have purposely sought it out.
Now you have found it.
Yes, and found it as attractive as ever. Miss Palliser.
Lord Fawn.
Have you nothing to say of my presence?
Well, it is an undoubted fact, certainly.
A pleasing fact, Miss Palliser?
Lord Fawn, for heaven's sake, stop beating about the bush and say whatever it is you have to say.
Oh, very well. Adelaide Palliser, I love you.
You don't sound as if you do.
Oh, Adelaide, I do love you.
It still don't carry conviction.
Adelaide, I adore you.
Well, that's uncommon civil of you, Lord Fawn. Now, for goodness sake, get up. Get up.
Can I not hope that you may return my affection?
No. I'm obliged to your lordship for telling me. I suppose it does give a girl a bit of a lift.
It could indeed give a girl a bit of a lift to being a peeress.
Of that honour I am quite unworthy. And now, Lord Fawn, it's time for my ride.
Oh, how your modesty becomes you. But if I say you are worthy, and I do, then worthy you are. Adelaide, my Adelaide.
Not your Adelaide.
If it is only your humility that stands between us, let me claim you at once.
Look here, Lord Fawn. I do not want to be claimed, and I do want to go riding. Now, you be a good baron or whatever you are, and let me go.
Such maidenly coyness, such delicacy of sentiment.
Oh, now you see how coy and delicate I am, Lord Fawn. Oh, I'm sorry, but you just wouldn't take a hint. It's jolly lucky for you I said no to being Mrs. F. I mean, you wouldn't want a wife who can give you half a stone and still lick you out of the ring, now would you? Lord Fawn came to Park Lane after luncheon.
What did he want?
He wanted to marry me.
Oh? Did you take him?
No.
Rather rash of you, I'd say. Lord Fawn could at least put a roof over your head.
Imagine being under it with him.
And you could have nipped out quite often to see old friends, you know. And there's worse men in the world than Fawn.
I'm beginning to think there are. At least he don't play about with the girl. He asks her right out.
That's because he's desperate for a wife. Other men ain't.
Gerard Moore, you're so smug I could hit you.
Wouldn't try it, missy. You might get as good as you gave.
You ain't a gentleman, that's what.
Only just discovered that.
There's no need to look so pleased with yourself.
No, but I'm not. On the contrary, Miss Palliser. I'm so conscious of my defects I could never presume to offer myself as a husband. Least of all to a decent girl like you.
But that's just it. When I'm with you, I don't care a bit for being decent. I feel positively indecent, and I like it. Now do you understand?
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Whatever shall we do with you?
I am so glad, Duke, that you're beginning to see things my way about Mr. Finn.
We always did, my dear. And, of course, that was a fine performance of his in the Commons the other day.
Oh, well, he can give still finer, if encouraged.
No doubt, but don't hope for too much too quick. We need Mr. Bonteen, whether we like him or not. And so long as we need him, we can't do much for Mr. Finn.
I just don't see it.
Well, if you have a barrel of gunpowder, one doesn't place a tinderbox in the same room. Oh, excuse me, the Prime Minister wants me. Good evening, Mr. Finn.
Mr. Finn?
Duchess, I've just come from Lord Brentford and Lady Laura. They send their regards.
Oh, it was very good of you to carry them. Her brother and his wife are here this evening. But frankly, Mr. Finn, I cannot ask Lady Laura until the question of her relation to her husband is respectably settled. That's all humbug, of course. But even a duchess, especially a new one, must guard her wicket very carefully, at least for the first few overs.
I did not know your Grace was a cricketer.
Yes, Silverbridge and Gerald are very keen. And sometimes when Plant is locked in his study, I join my boys for cricket on the lawn. Silverbridge says I'll make a fine bowler. Well held, Mr. Finn. Well, I mustn't keep you all to myself.
If you could ask Glencora not to be so open in her hostility to Bonteen, it might be tactful.
It would look better if she could bring herself to invite him here from time to time.
Well, she always used to invite him, Prime Minister, until he proved himself unfit.
For private parties, yes, but for an evening like this.
After all, Palliser, these occasions do have a certain significance for the Liberal Party, and his continued absence might be misconstrued to mean a rift.
Yeah. The omission is perhaps too obvious. The point is taken, Prime Minister. Although I'm afraid my wife will not like it very much. Indeed, I don't like it very much myself. I'll do what I can. The Prime Minister is saying it might be politic next time we have one of these gatherings to invite Mr. Bonteen again.
Well, I cannot ask the whole world, Planty.
No, it would appear that he is the only one who is excluded.
I cannot abide the man, and no more these days can you.
Well, the time is coming when we may have to abide even those people we detest. Things are very different with us since my uncle died.
I see. Your Grace. Well, here comes Lord Chiltern. So you can start by abiding him while he talks about the trumpet and foxes.
No, I'm not going to be drawn into any argument about my own property.
A word, Palliser, if I may.
Lord Chiltern.
Palliser, that is Duke. Been writing to you for months now. Haven't had an answer. Been fobbed off with replies from the Duchess. What about the foxes and trumpet and wood?
Truth is, Lord Chiltern, I know nothing about foxes.
Well, I do. And I know that they're being poisoned in the one place in the whole kingdom where they're most prone to breed.
That's right. I fancy that sheep and barn fowl will go better in the long run. In fact, I think that foxes will gradually be exterminated.
Exterminated?
Oh, no. I do not mean to say that I shall see fit to exterminate them myself. I will oblige you, so long as it is not detrimental to my other duties. If you'll excuse me.
Just a moment there. Palliser.
Lord Chiltern, may I assist you? Well, we don't like poison or traps any more than you do, and I'd nurse the foxes myself if I knew how.
No, Duchess, this matter must now rest with the Duke.
It's no good talking to the Duke. It's keeping him from his arithmetic. Now, he couldn't tell a pheasant sitting on a haystack, and he wouldn't know a fox if he saw one. He cares for nothing but farthings.
Well, I care nothing for farthings. What shall become of the foxes in Trumpet and Wood?
It's very simple, Lord Chiltern. I've instructed Mr. Fothergill, the agent, to see to it.
Fothergill won't take orders from a woman. That is, he is a very obstinate man.
I dare say, and he could afford to be obstinate when the old Duke was alive, because the old Duke was too grand to examine the accounts.
Yeah.
I am not so grand, Lord Chiltern, and I've found some few errors which Mr. Fothergill will have to explain. And I fancy he'll be glad to atone by seeing to the foxes at Trumpet and Wood.
Excellent.
And we've decided to have a Foxmaster General. Just the thing for Mr. Finn.
Yeah.
Oswald is looking contented at last. Something's been settled about Trumpet and Wood. Mr. Finn.
Lady Chiltern.
Actually, that's why we came up to town, having some affair about Laura's money.
Ah, yes, I feel Lord Brentford is now too old to manage such things on his own.
Yes, he has grown old very suddenly. And how do you find Laura, Mr. Finn?
I find it very sad, Violet.
She depends on you, you know.
I go there as often as I can.
That's not quite all she wants, Mr. Finn.
What else can I do?
You can refrain from betraying her for as long as possible.
I've no intention of betraying her at all.
But when you marry another woman, Laura will feel betrayed.
Now, she told me I must marry whom I please, and that for my sake she would love my wife.
Yes, I'm sure she said all that and more, Mr. Finn, but I know better.
That's absurd, Violet. I can't remain celibate all my life just because of Lady Laura.
No, I know, Phineas. I was merely warning you what will happen when you marry. Laura will feel betrayed. And here is Oswald.
Phineas! You Irishman. Well, my dear, we've been looking after our friend Phineas.
Yes, we've been talking about Laura.
Yes, well, we must leave that for the moment. It's late and we must go. But I will call on you in the morning, if I may. There is something we must discuss which won't do here. My dear.
Mr. Finn. Oh, you look upset.
I have heard something to upset me.
From Lady Chiltern? As an old friend, may I ask what it was?
I fear I cannot tell you.
Oh, come now, Mr. Finn. After all that has passed between us over all these years?
I'm sorry, Madame Goesler. What Lady Chiltern said to me was for my own ears alone.
I'm sorry, Mr. Finn. So sorry to have pride.
Oh, never mind, old fellow. They're all the same, these women. Prying, was she? That's what it looked like to me.
I should not have spoken as I did. It was unmanly and ungenerous.
Oh, she'll soon find something else to pry into and then forget about it quick enough. Now, what do you say we slip over to the club and find something stronger? No women to worry us there. They say the prince may be looking in later. Lady Glenn.
Excuse us.
Well, as I say, old fellow, I'm delighted that things are beginning to look up for you.
So am I, Barrington. An Irish patrimony doesn't go very far in London.
I'm afraid that I haven't been very helpful to you in these past months.
Never mind, Barrington. I know who's really been standing in my way.
Oh, you mean Bonteen, of course. And I'm afraid he will continue to stand in your way for some while longer.
How much longer, Barrington?
Oh, it's hard to say. Bonteen has made himself a lot of enemies since this row over the Exchequer. Lantipal will hardly speak to him. The other Duke is no more than barely polite to him. And even Gresham is beginning to wish that he were gone. But Bonteen knows his business, Finn, and he is the only man who can sort out this business over all the muddle about the imports levy. Well, goodness knows it was not his muddle. So for the time being, he must stay. And as long as he stays, well, it would be asking for trouble to let you in. There'll be scraps between the two of you all over Whitehall. Come on.
Hello, dear fellows. Carnival night, as you can see. We expect the principal boy any minute. Drink?
I remember not more than 20 years ago when the monarchy was so unpopular that the Prince Consort's carriage was booed in the streets.
Oh, well, that was because he was a foreigner, but he's safely dead now. I didn't think anybody ever had any such feelings for the old widow, and certainly not for this young prince.
No, he seems a pleasant enough fellow.
Empty-headed and running to her stomach. He has that piggy Hanoverian look in his eye.
And yet you're here, Monk, huh? Like the rest of us.
I only came here to get away from the Duchess's crush at Park Lane. And what do I find?
Well, now that you're here, Monk, you ain't showing any signs of going away.
Oh, I'll stay and see the show. Why not? Who am I to shun the company of a prince of the blood?
Very surprised, Bonteen, to hear that you've been helping that little Lady Eustace.
Why surprised, Lord Thornton?
Well, she is rather shady, you know.
Is she indeed? I understand that you were once engaged to marry the lady.
Well, yes, but I had to break it off because she insisted on keeping those diamonds, which weren't hers at all. At least not hers at the time.
Well, they are nobody's now.
Bonteen Bonteen is as sick as a gelded ram because he wasn't invited to Park Lane this evening.
But of course, now that I am safely quit of Lady Eustace, I can afford to think of her with a certain charity. And I must say, I was always very sorry that she had to go and marry that odious little Jew, Amelius.
Oh, well, we'll soon get rid of him. And then what? Mr. Phineas Finn. Mr. Phineas Finn, or some such fellow as that, will be after the little lady's money at once.
What is it, Mr. Bonteen, that Phineas Finn shall do?
You've crept upon us, sir, unawares.
What do you mean by that, sir? I came here like any other man. I've been here as openly as yourself.
I mean, sir, that eavesdroppers cannot expect to hear good of themselves.
I do not wish to hear good of myself from you. Now, what is it I shall be after?
Steady on, Phineas. What's the use of a row?
No use at all, Barrington, but if you heard your name used as I've heard mine, you would defend it, as I shall. What do you say, Monk? You heard what was said?
I heard Mr. Bonteen remark that you, or someone like you, would, under certain circumstances, be after a certain lady. It was a very vulgar speech, Phineas, but your own behavior has not much improved on it. If I were you, I would let the matter drop. In fact, you must let it drop.
Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Yes, you must think no more of it.
How can I not think of it?
Then you must bear yourself as if you did nothing.
And leave him the victor?
Of this you can be sure. The less noise you make in this wretched affair, the more blame will attach to him and the less to you.
Why should any blame attach to me?
Sit down, Phineas, and enjoy some of Dolly's champagne.
A pert little miss from Detroit had lips that were very adroit. She could purse them right in to the point of a pin and fan them right out like a quoit.
Oh, Mr. Longstaff. Capital.
Capital. It puts me in mind of a story. I remember
Ah,
one.
Lord Fawn. And how are you getting on in the matrimonial stakes, my dear fellow? Hmm? They tell me your latest fancy is that country cousin of Omnium.
I don't think, sir, that much can come of that.
Oh, dear me, Fawn. How unlucky your ventures always are. Hmm? This, Palliser girl is off, you say?
The bet is £100.
There's a story going about that you came a bit of a cropper over Madame Goesler. A 6.
6 is the main.
And before that, who was it, huh? Ah, Lady Eustace. The gay little widow who was always stealing diamonds, I remember. My mamma was quite concerned about it.
Four
Don't take it as a personal snub, my dear fellow.
You haven't answered my question, Monk. Why should any blame attach to me?
I'm not saying that any will, unless you become loud and resentful. The thing is not worth your anger.
Oh, I will make him swallow his words.
On the contrary, you will go home now and sleep it off. Come with her, let me.
Yes, come along, Finn, come along.
It's not the proper thing, I fancy, to leave while the prince is still here.
Then we must do the improper thing rather than have a row in front of His Highness, which is what you will do if you stay. Come along, my dear friend.
One could say you missed your chance, Lord Fawn. You might have set up in partnership with Lady Eustace. You could have put the people off their guard with that uncommon respectable face of yours, while her light-fingered ladyship went around collecting their trinkets.
4 and win.
Oh, very good, very good.
Away you go, Phineas. The night air will do you good.
I tell you what it is, Barrington. I don't think I'm a vindictive man by nature, but with Bonteen, I mean to make it even one of these days.
You mustn't talk like that, Phineas.
A man of your experience should know better than to show his hand.
What have I got to hide? I loathe him for the viper that he is. Upon my soul, I'm beginning to regret that an end has come to dueling.
You've already done your share of that. Now, don't bother your head. Just go quietly home.
The man's insolence angers me to such an extent that I can't refrain from speaking out. He hasn't the spirit to accept a challenge, or I would challenge him.
Well, what do you want, Dolly?
I just came to see what was up.
Nothing's up. Finn is just going home.
Good night, Earl. Longstaff. Monk.
The prince cut him dead in there. You never saw such a thing. Cut him dead as catfish.
Oh, good for the prince. I imagine he feels as I do. Oh, my God, I do hate that man. It's too clean a death for him. Should be thrown into a snake pit, except he'd probably poison the snakes. Good night, Barrington. Monk. Good night, Dolly.
Good night. I do hope he won't do anything silly. That life preserver was rather unexpected.
Oh, no. Lots of fellows are carrying them these days. I've even thought of purchasing one myself.
Oh, don't worry about Finn. He wouldn't kill a fly when it really came to it.
I don't think I'd mind, even if he did. With a man like Bonteen. Prince gave him a rough time, too, teasing him about Lady Eustace. It really was rather heavenly.
The House of Hanover has never been noted for style.
What the devil?
Oh, do come in, my lord. I say, old fellow, you look rather low.
So would you, if you were staying in my father's house.
How is he?
He's bored, he's lonely, he's querulous. He feels he's being neglected.
I fear he may be. Not many people go there.
It would be better they should both come and stay at Harrington. My father will not hear of it, and of course Laura will not leave him. Well. Phineas, I've come to London to see the lawyers about Laura's money. It seems that Kennedy is so obviously insane that his cousin is managing his affairs for him. This cousin has promised that he will return Laura's dowry, or at least the income from it.
Well, Lord Brentford will be glad to see the money back, I think.
There's no real need for it, Finn. Anyway, it's Laura's money, not my father's. Although when she gets it, I dare say she will pay something towards their household.
What is all this to me, Chiltern?
You may well ask. Last night I said there was something we must discuss.
Yes.
Well, before I came to London, I had a very long letter from Laura, in which she expressed a certain intention, an intention which she has since reaffirmed to me in person. Yesterday, in fact. She deliberately chose a time when she knew my father would be out of the house. I tell you this that you may understand it is an extremely delicate matter.
For heaven's sake, Chiltern, how does all this concern me?
It concerns you most intimately, Finn. Laura has asked me to arrange, knowing as she does that your affairs are none too ample, that some part of the income from her money should be paid each year to you.
To me? Now, that's out of the question.
Or at least that you should agree to borrow whatever you may need until your affairs are more straightened.
Again, Chiltern, it's out of the question.
That's what I told her. You Irishman! I'm very pleased indeed that you see it the same way. But you know, Laura is a very persistent woman, and she has sworn that she will not rest until the offer has been made to you.
Barrington, what's the matter? Is the place on fire?
You haven't heard what's happened to Bonteen?
He's fallen into that snake pit, has he? I quarrelled with the brute at the club last night. If ever a man deserved to be thrashed.
Mr. Bonteen has been thrashed right enough, Phineas. Mr. Bonteen has been murdered within half a mile of the club.
Murdered?
I have come here to put you on your guard. I have reason to believe that an accusation will be made against you.
Against Phineas? For God's sake, why?
And after the police recognized Bonteen, they came straight round to the bear garden and spoke to those of us who were still there. Luckily, the prince had left by then.
And what did the police hear at the bear garden?
They heard that you'd quarreled with Bonteen. They heard that you were carrying a life preserver. It was with just such a weapon that Bonteen was clubbed to death.
I've always carried something of the kind, ever since Kennedy was garroted. Here it is. As it is. Let anyone who likes make the most of it. I shall leave it there till the policemen come here, if they come here.
I fear that you must expect them, Phineas.
No, leave it there, Chiltern, leave it there. What other gossip did they hear from my loyal fellow members at the bear garden?
Well, they know, as we all know, that Bonteen's departure would remove the last obstacle to your own promotion.
They cannot suppose that I would kill a man for that. Phineas.
Who knows what they might suppose? And there is one more thing yet, Phineas. After the police left the bear garden, they went straight round to the house of Lord Fawn.
Ah, so Fawn has a finger in the pie.
And I have since heard...
Come in.
I'm Superintendent Worth of Scotland Yard. You, sir, are Mr. Phineas Finn?
I, sir, am Mr. Phineas Finn. This is my friend Lord Chiltern, and this is Mr. Barrington Earl.
Mr. Earl, I already know. You're here, sir, before me, it seems.
Oh, why should he not be here? Kindly state your business at once, Superintendent. I have the goodness to leave.
Very well, sir. Mr. Bonteen, a gentleman with whom you are acquainted, has been murdered in a passage near the Bear Garden Club. His skull was beaten in with a cudgel or baton, similar to the one in your own possession.
So I understand. There is my life preserver, which I've carried for some years now, and which I have yet to use on any man at all.
Sergeant, if you please. Now, just before you left the club, which you did at about the same time as Mr. Bonteen, you and he had a violent quarrel.
I hate him, and he hates me.
The past tense would be more appropriate, sir.
Whatever may have happened to Mr. Bonteen, Superintendent, has nothing to do with me. When I left the bear garden, I came straight back here to bed.
Did you go through the passage, sir? The passage down the street to eastward of the club. Tumble Lane, it is called.
No, I turned off to the left, well before that passage, and I took my usual route home through Berkeley Square.
But you have used that passage from time to time?
Yes, of course I have. I came through it last night with Mr. Earl on the way to the club from the Duchess of Omnium's. But when I went home, Superintendent, I took my shortest route through Berkeley Square.
As you say, sir. Is this the coat you were wearing last night?
It is.
Then would you be so kind as to slip it on? Now, sir, Lord Fawn has told us that on his way home he heard someone hurrying from the direction of Berkeley Square. He turned his head and he saw a figure come out of the street from the square, go round the corner to the right, and run on to the passageway, Tumble Lane.
And that was all he saw?
Not quite, my lord. The figure, Mr. Finn, was of just your height, or so it seemed to Lord Fawn, and was dressed, like yourself, in a black silk hat and an overcoat of a rather unusual grey.
On my soul, Lord Fawn sees in the dark like a cat.
The figure passed under a street lamp, my lord.
Gaslight can make a deal of difference to colour, Superintendent.
Lord Fawn also remarked the cut of the coat. And now, Mr. Finn, pray do not trouble to take it off. Sergeant. Phineas Finn, it is my disagreeable duty, sir, to ask you to accompany me forthwith to Bow Street Police Station. I must also warn you that anything you say from now on may be taken down in writing and used in evidence.